Do you remember when you could sit and watch an entire movie without checking your phone? Or read a book for an hour without feeling restless? Or work on one thing without switching between five different apps? I do. And honestly, I don't think we've noticed just how much we've changed. Somewhere along the way, our attention became fragmented. We start reading something, and before we finish the first paragraph, we're already checking a notification. We open YouTube to watch one video. 20 minutes later, we're watching something completely unrelated. We pick up our phones to reply to one message and somehow end up scrolling without remembering why we opened it in the first place. It's almost automatic now. And what's strange is, most people don't even enjoy it anymore. They scroll because they don't know what else to do. I've caught myself doing this, unlocking my phone, closing it, then unlocking it again a minute later. Not because anything happened, just because my brain expected something to happen. And I think that's the real problem. We're no longer comfortable with nothing happening. A few minutes of silence feels uncomfortable. Waiting in line feels uncomfortable. Sitting alone feels uncomfortable. Even eating without a screen feels unusual now. So we fill every empty moment: a short video, a notification, a podcast, a message, anything but silence, because silence has become unfamiliar. But here's what I've been wondering: what is the problem? Isn't that we can't focus anymore? What if we've simply trained our brains not to? Think about how many times every day your attention gets interrupted. Messages, emails, videos, advertisements, music, news, social media. Your brain barely gets a chance to stay with one thought before something else pulls it away. And after repeating that thousands of times, of course, deep focus starts feeling difficult. We've been practicing distraction every single day. Then we wonder why concentration feels impossible. And maybe that's why so many people say they feel mentally exhausted. Not because they're thinking too much, because their attention never gets a chance to rest. It's constantly switching, constantly reacting, constantly consuming. I've noticed something else. People often say, I don't have time. But sometimes it's not a lack of time, it's a lack of uninterrupted attention. You can have 3 free hours. If your attention is broken every 3 minutes, those 3 hours disappear. Nothing meaningful gets done. Not because you're lazy, because your mind never settles long enough. And honestly, I don't think technology is the enemy. Our phones aren't evil. Social media isn't evil. The problem is that we've stopped deciding where our attention goes. Now everything else decides for us: algorithms, notifications, recommendations, infinite feeds. They're all competing for the same thing: your attention. Because attention has become one of the most valuable things in the world, and every company wants more of it. Which means protecting your attention is no longer just about productivity, it's about protecting your life. Because whatever consistently gets your attention eventually shapes the person you're becoming. Maybe that's why focus feels so important. Not because it helps you finish more work, but because it gives you something that's becoming increasingly rare: the ability to choose. To choose what deserves your time, your thoughts, your energy, instead of giving them away one notification at a time. Maybe we don't need another productivity system. Maybe we just need to remember what it feels like to stay with one thing, one conversation, one page, one walk, one thought, without immediately reaching for something else. Because maybe focus isn't something we've lost forever. Maybe it's something we have to practice getting back. If this conversation resonated with you, follow the Voice of Becoming on Spotify and join me next Monday for a new episode. Until then, protect your attention. You'll never get it back once you've given it away.